All right, hello everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And this is the Kia Sportage plug-in hybrid in the SX trim. But there's also a little secret, and I'll give you a hint.
It has to do with the interior.
Yeah, it's what's on the inside that counts, really. So this model is featured with our red,
Carmine red,
leather interior.
Woo.
So we're going to give you a full sneak peek or full peek of the exterior, the interior, and even talk about our mechanical aspects. So what goes into this plug-in hybrid, what makes it different than, let's say, a regular hybrid, and what you can expect for charge times, horsepower output, and of course space inside the vehicle. We do these live videos every single weekday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll typically see me and Charlotte, or me and Mike showcasing Hyundais. So, Charlotte, why do we do these videos?
We do these videos for 3 different reasons. The first reason that we do these videos is, I'm forgetting. It's for those of you who own a Kia or Hyundai, we want you guys to be the owners or the experts on your own vehicle, which is why we show different tips and tricks, do walkthroughs, show you guys how to get the most out of your vehicle. The second reason that we do these videos is that if you are researching buying a new vehicle or a new to you vehicle, we'd love it if you considered Kia or Hyundai as a brand. They've done tons of cool stuff in the past couple years that I think a lot of people really enjoy. The third reason is for most of those who live in Ontario. If you are looking to purchase a new Kia or Hyundai, we want to help you with that. Gabby and myself are here at Brantford Kia. We'd love to get you into the car ourselves. And then we also have 2 Hyundai stores, Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai. So if you want to get into one of their cars, let us help you set that up.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, I promise we're not going to chit-chat for too much longer. If you are watching in the future and want to get into the actual walkthrough, skip to around the 3 or 4 minute mark. That's when we'll start talking about the car. But one more thing I want to point out, and that is how to join a live video. So what you want to do is go to YouTube, which we're at, and find our channel. It's called the Kia Hyundai channel, and that is very appropriate for what we post. If you go to either the homepage or the live tab, that's where you'll see today's live video. All you have to do is click on it, it'll load you in, and then everything else is similar to a regular YouTube video, except you'll have this chat box right over here. Now, I will point out this chat box will only be accessible if you are watching live with us, so you can say things, you can say hi, and send it, and we will see it in real time, and we can chat with you.
Yay!
So, towards the end of the video, that's typically when me and Charlotte get into the question and answer period of the video. That's where we'll come back to our table over here, talk to you guys, and see what you have to say about the vehicle and what you would like to see again in future videos. Let's get into it. So this one is showcased in Snow White Pearl, which is one of our most popular colors. Now I will point out, if you are looking for the red interior, you can only get it with a few select exteriors. Let me point them out for you. So the Snow White Pearl over here, as well as our Gravity Gray right over there.
How convenient. How
convenient. We'll also get the option for our Steel Gray, which is a lighter version of that, and our Black, so Fusion Black. All of our shades, for example. Now we'll turn our lights on to show you guys what the full exterior look will be. On the SX trim level, we get full LEDs, so your headlights, your daytime running lights, everything is going to be an LED. And on top of that, something you don't get in the lower trim level is projection headlights. So these lights are going to be extremely sharp, extremely bright, and one step ahead of, let's say, a regular LED bulb. You're also going to get intelligent high beam assist, meaning that when I turn my high beams on, if my car detects another vehicle or just enough ambient light around you, let's say you're entering the city, it's going to shut off those high beams and then turn them back on when it's safe to do so again. On top of that, we also got LED fog lights that I realized I did not turn on, but we'll take a peek. These videos are live. And then all across the front bumper of the vehicle, you'll see we have ultrasonic parking sensors. So as I approach something, let's say the wall in my garage or another vehicle, my car is going to beep inside to let me know just how much space I have before I hit the wall or hit something else. Now, also in the very center of our glossy black grille, we do get our front camera. So this camera is also going to trigger once your sensors are alerted to show you just how you have. So not only do you get a sense or the ability to hear just how much space you have, you can see it as well. Almost all our senses. Next up, we'll have a smell feature. I will turn on our fog lights just because I missed that earlier. And you can see our 2 rectangular fog lights in the bottom portion of the grille. All throughout, or stylistically wise, this vehicle looks phenomenal. It is redesigned in 2023, and this is the first year for Kia to introduce a hybrid and plug-in hybrid Sportage. When it comes to horsepower and torque, this vehicle definitely packs a punch. but not without sacrificing fuel efficiency. That's what I was trying to say. So with the addition of the electric motor, we have a range of 55 kilometers of full electric range. Let's pop this open. I will be honest, one thing I wish they did add into this vehicle was a hydraulic hood, but it's okay, not a big deal.
Amen.
So you get that electric motor that I was talking about earlier, and that's what's going to give you that extra range, and of course the hybrid component for this vehicle. But on top of that, you also have a 1.6 liter turbocharged GDI engine, so gasoline engine, meaning that you can either fill it up with gas or fill it up with the charge. You get a total horsepower output of 261 and torque of 258 pound-feet of torque. It's definitely a peppy vehicle, I will say. A lot of people think hybrids and don't necessarily think fun to drive or power. But this
Same thing with SUVs too.
Yeah. This car is here to prove you wrong. Like I mentioned, 55 kilometers of all-electric range. When you are charging it with the level 2 charger, you can expect to go from 15% to 100% in 2 hours. So that's a charger like what we have right over there. You can also definitely get away with just using the charger that it comes with. It will take a bit longer. However, most people coming home from work, leaving the car charging overnight, will have a full charge right in the next morning.
And what's the wait time if you want to get into one of these vehicles?
Whew. I'm glad you asked, but not really glad. So these cars are extremely popular, and there's a big wait list. We're expecting around 2 years for this vehicle. Now, that being said, totally worth it. My mom 2 years ago ordered a Sorrento plug-in hybrid, got it a couple months ago, and absolutely loves it. She's barely ever putting gas in her car.
We also know that with Kia Canada is they're giving us a lot more Sportage units for 2024. However, they have not given us the breakdown as to if they're going to be PHEV, HEV, or gasoline.
We're hoping for a lot more hybrids and plug-in hybrids.
Amen.
Now, looking at the wheels, we have beautiful 19-inch alloy wheels. This is shared with the EX Premium trim, so it doesn't matter which trim you get, you're going to get these stunning wheels with Michelin tires. Moving on to the side. Usually we film on that side. This is super strange for me, but we're making it work. We have body-colored mirrors with a turn signal indicator, and at the very bottom, you'll see we do have a camera. Now, this camera is going to show you exactly what's in your blind spot view when you indicate a turn. So whether it be to change lanes or just to make a full-on turn, you're going to see everything that's happening around your vehicle. Bonus, a lot of people don't talk about this, but I do. When you're parallel parking this car and you do have your turn signals on, you can see exactly where your wheel is in conjunction with the curb. So make sure you don't scuff those beautiful 19-inch wheels. Then coming on to the back, before we get to the very back, glossy black accents all throughout the vehicle. So we do without the finish that some of the gasoline Sportages have. And then you do have some nice flush roof rails up at the top. On this trim, you do get a power lift gate. On any of the plug-in hybrid trims, you get the power lift. Opens nicely to this height, however, you can set it to your preferred settings. All you gotta do is manually move it, press and hold this button for about 3 seconds or until it beeps. There we go. And now it's set to my preferred height, which is perfect, just perfect. Moving on to the very back, you can see we have a ton of space. If in the past you shopped the Kia Sportage for the previous body style, you'll notice it's a lot bigger, a lot bigger. So this is very similar in size to the previous body style Sorrento. There is so much room back here, even with the seats up. However, if I do need to knock them down, we do have a lever on both the left and right side that you just gotta pull and it'll fold all for you. You do have to go around to lift it back up, but we won't talk about that right now. Underneath our floorboard, we do have our level 1 charger. So this is what I spoke about earlier. Comes with the vehicle and it's no special wiring. You'll plug it in like you would a phone. So somewhere in your garage, outside your house, plug your car right in. You don't have to get any special wiring. There is no spare tire on this vehicle. It does come with the tire mobility kit, however, so that is a quick way to get yourself back on the road until you can get your tire repaired or replaced. Talk about our doors. Oh, this one's the fuel one. Give me 1 second. We're gonna have 2 doors, so one on the left side of the vehicle, one on the right. This one's for gas, just regular unleaded fuel. Then we'll move over to the right side, going back and forth. And this is going to be our charge door. Like I mentioned, 2-hour charging for a level 2. So AC charging only on our plug-in hybrid vehicles. All right, I think that covers a lot of the exterior elements. Charlotte, do you have any questions or anything I should point out?
I'm just going to say that we're having a hard time seeing the live chat as it's coming up. So if people are saying stuff and we're not mentioning it, we just can't read it right now. We're having a little bit of a glitch on our end.
Is it doing the same thing as yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
But one thing I will point out is when it comes to the fuel tank is actually, the size of it is 42 liters on the Sportage. And for reference, the Forte, a sedan, that is actually has a 53-liter fuel tank. How cool is that?
So you'll be paying less on gas.
Paying less than a Forte.
And then, of course, you have the benefit of that all-electric range.
Absolutely. And also you have the space of an SUV.
Yeah.
How cool is that, especially with these Ontario gas prices?
Yes, it's insane. A couple more mechanical things I'll point out before I'll hand it over to Charlotte. This vehicle is equipped with all-wheel drive, so any hybrid sold here in Canada is all-wheel drive by default. We do not have front-wheel drive versions. With that being said, you also get terrain mode, so you're going to get snow mode, mud mode, even sand mode. Do any beachy driving. This vehicle handles all terrains very, very well, but the inclusion of those terrain modes definitely help. And then a couple more points I want to talk about before we transfer. The windshield. I'm just going to stand over here and have you guys look at it because you won't be able to see what I'm really talking about. This is an acoustic laminated windshield, meaning you're going to have a very, very quiet ride. That's going to reduce some of the noise and vibration and harshness from the road, which in Canada, sometimes our roads are not that great. Any little bit helps. And on top of that, it is a heated windshield. So this vehicle is going to have little burners all throughout the glass pane that will melt snow and ice, meaning a lot less scraping, but still, please take the snow off your car. All right, Charlotte, we'll switch now.
All right. So first things first, I think that we should show you guys this lovely interior. This is the Carmine red synthetic quilted leather. That was a lot of words when describing it. And it's gorgeous. I love this combination with the shades. I think it's gorgeous with the bit of black and some faux carbon fiber detailing that we have on the panel. And then also with the nice bright snow white pearl color. On this vehicle, oh, sorry.
Charlotte, I was going to say, when you think Carmine red, a lot of our customers think, oh my gosh, red interior. What would you say this color really is?
Oh, for me, okay, I don't know if this is helpful, but it reminds me of what I imagine the color Mars, or the planet Mars to look like, the color of Mars. I think it's a little bit darker. It shows up very nice on camera. It's more of a burgundy than a bright red. Yes. Like when you think Kia, if you think red, no, it's not that color.
Our cameras pick it up as a very orangey color. I promise it's not very orangey.
Beautiful, deep undertones. Very nice. Mm-hmm. As I was saying, we do have memory seats, so you can program those multiple times. You can actually do 2 settings per driver profile for a combined total of 4 settings. And then, of course, more of the red. We have express windows and obstacle detecting windows in the front, automatic windows in the rear. And for sound system, we do have a premium sound system, which is Harman Kardon, and that is only available on the SX, which is the top trim here of the Sportage PHEV. Woo! When it comes to our seats, they are very comfortable. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8-way power adjustable, and included in that is lumbar support. And Gabby found a nice piece of plastic.
I can't get it.
Now for your passenger seat, you're still gonna have lots of comfort there, and they are power adjustable as well. However, you do not get lumbar support with them. We'll show this side first, and then I'll have Gabby come around. But on this side, you can see you have the control for your power tailgate, your brightness adjuster for your dash, traction control, and then also the button to open up your fuel door with your electronic parking brake as well. Sweet.
Awesome. Woo! So we have a button for a fuel door. You may notice we don't have a button for our charge door. To open your charge door, all you have to do is make sure your car is unlocked. Then you just give it a push, and it opens up for you. Speaking of, let's put everything back where it was. See? Nice and easy. All right. Now we'll join Charlotte in the front.
There's lots of buttons, or lots of stickers in here
today. I couldn't get those out.
Oof, but I love it. All right, look at how nice and sleek this looks, especially when it's all clean. We'll talk about the elephant in the room and the fact that there's lots of piano black elements.
Oh boy.
So it is gonna be a fingerprint magnet, but that's okay. Usually I keep a little glasses cleaning cloth in my car, believe it or not. But if you're not a fan of piano black, I might encourage you to look elsewhere. Awesome. Gabby just put the vehicle into accessory mode for us. As you can see, this is a new car.
Don't mind the beeping.
Lots of beeping going on.
Yeah.
But to start, you can see that we have our 2 giant screens. Again, this is going to be for the SX. Everything is fully digital, and it will actually change as we shift through our drive modes and our terrain modes. I can show that very briefly. So here's our drive modes: Eco, Sport, and Smart. And what these do is Sport is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive throttle response, a little bit of a sportier feel. Eco, designed more for fuel economy. Smart, designed to cycle through the different modes to give you the most economical configuration. When it comes to terrain modes, I know I'm going through this relatively quickly. We have snow, mud, and sand. If you are in the US, there's going to be a strong chance that you're only going to have snow mode. Here in Canada, we do get the benefit of all three, even though we don't really face, 2 out of 3 of the conditions a lot, mostly just snow. But pretty much what it does is it uses the vehicle's traction control system and power distribution just to give you just to minimize the amount of wheel spin that you get depending on the condition that you're in. Or since this is a Sportage, it minimizes the amount of slippage that you get when you're driving these vehicles.
Oh boy.
I know that was very cringy and very unfortunate. I'm so sorry for that. For our steering wheel, it is leather wrapped, it's fully heated, which is excellent. And then on this side, we're gonna have our media controls, and our driving controls are gonna be on the right-hand side. So lane keep assist, cruise control, lane follow assist, those features that Gabby mentioned when she was talking about the front camera and the radar plate and the sensors. Never mind, she may not have mentioned them, that's okay.
I'll talk about them briefly if you want. I'll give you a break. So on the right side of the steering wheel, this is going to be your driver assistance area. So to turn on your smart cruise control, you're going to press this. And now not only is this going to adjust the speed based off the car ahead of you and even take you up to a complete stop, if you are on the... Oh boy. Okay. Let's try that again. All right, if you are on the highway, it is going to pick up which highway you're on. It's going to know the speed limit of the highway that you're on. It's going to know if there's a curve in the road. And this car is going to, it's going to do everything for you.
Whoa.
What? I know.
That crazy.
So it's going to steer based off what's happening in the lanes ahead of you. It's going to slow you down based off the car in front of you. And if you want it to, it will adjust the speed limit based off speed limit changes on the highway.
And you're telling me all of this is available in a Kia? Tell me more.
Oh, sure. Okay, let's keep going. So I will get into pricing later, but let me tell you, this vehicle currently qualifies for the $5,000 federal incentive because it has a range of 55 kilometers.
Yep, just has to be
all electric range. Sorry.
Yes, which is just in general.
You can only drive 55 kilometers on this car. That's it. Just kidding, guys.
So anyways, that's really awesome. That is super fun. Another key thing I'll point out is we do have paddle shifters in this vehicle. So if you want to be able to change your gears that way, you can do so because we don't have a regular shifter. We have a shift by wire. Whoa. So it's going to turn. It's not going to be like you can flick it into manual mode. So that is a great feature to have. And for those of you who love a shift by wire, you got it in this car. If you don't, I'm very sorry. But you do have ambient lighting. So look at that.
And look, the ambient lighting matches the interior.
Oh, what a coincidence.
What a
so silly. Well, I'll show the screen real quick. It is 12.3 inches, so it's your larger screen. You can see we've got quiet mode, Kia Connect, which is going to be Kia's telematics system. And then also you have the PHEV button, which is going to show the amount of EV electric range, the energy information, where your nearest charger is going to be, and then also kind of like your electric specs.
Yes.
So fun to play around with. On the bottom of that, we have the smart climate/entertainment changeable cluster. That was a fun way of describing it. So right now it's set to our different climate controls. If you would like to change it, you can do so and have it be your media controls. You can also access your climate and media controls from your smart assistant. And then also, right there on the steering wheel. And then if you prefer having it set to one or the other, you can simply press down. And then you can select which one you'd like it to default to. When it comes to underneath, this vehicle, because it does have the larger screen with navigation, it is wired Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So some people love that, some people don't. I find the connection to be a little bit stronger when it is wired.
Way stronger.
But I do prefer it when I have a wireless charger and a wireless CarPlay, or a wired charger and wired CarPlay. Like, I like it to be one or the other. You do have a wireless charger in this vehicle down at the bottom. You also have a 12 volt. There's your USB for connectivity, and then you also have a USB-C, which is great. For some other key features, we have heated and ventilated seats for the passenger and driver, a heated steering wheel.
And then heated and ventilated seats for the passenger. Oh, you did say that. Never mind.
That's okay. Over here is where it gets a little bit more fun. The car just shut off. It's okay. We have downhill assist, We have auto hold, so what that'll do is when it's enabled, if you are in drive, you bring the vehicle to a complete stop, it will hold you at a complete stop. You can take your foot off the brake, and it will keep you at a stop until you put your foot back on the gas. Over here is where you're going to have your parking sensors, which Gabby did show at the front, so you can turn them on or off, and then also camera. Let's turn it back on.
While you're doing that, I'm going to talk about this EV and HEV button. So because this vehicle is a plug-in hybrid and it utilizes both an electric motor and a gasoline engine, or the conjunction of both, you can actually select what you want your car to default to. So if you have a full charge and you want to use that full charge immediately because you're just doing city driving, put it into EV. Press this button, it'll say whether it's in electric mode, right over there, automatic mode.
Or shipping mode.
Or shipping mode. Hybrid mode, so electric, automatic, or hybrid. Automatic is going to let the car decide. It will primarily default to EV just to be mostly more efficient. Hybrid mode is going to utilize the gas engine a little bit more, but you're still going to have a big amount of EV usage. So if you're parked, just idling your car or driving at low speeds, let's say a parking lot, you're not going to be using any gas, which is very nice.
Yep.
All right.
Which is great.
You're talking about the camera?
Yeah, that's why I was turning the camera on.
Yeah.
So here's our camera. Gabby showed us the cameras all around the outside of the vehicle, so you can see our rear view camera with those dynamic guidelines. If you can see the hint of the blue, that shows you where the vehicle would go if it's going straight, and then these ones, the red and the yellow, are going to shift as you're reversing and turning the wheel. Your 360 monitor, which is using all those cameras which Gabby showed us. Then we have a couple different views here. We've got what we affectionately call your hitch camera. So this vehicle is equipped to tow up to 2,000 pounds when properly equipped. So this is excellent. If
Keyword
you are
on
doing
properly.
so that, yeah, keyword being properly. And then also the ones that are on your mirrors. So lots of cameras in this vehicle, lots of sensors. Oh, our regular lights just went out now.
And like I mentioned, when you are parking this vehicle, so parallel parking, this camera is so useful because you can see if there was a curb there, you see just how much space you have beside you. And oh my goodness.
Look at what I just opened. It's a little dark right now because of our lights. But here is our gorgeous panoramic sunroof. Isn't this beautiful? I know that you do lose headroom when you have a sunroof, but I just never quite believe it because it always just seems like there's so much more space, and maybe it's just because I can see above me, but I absolutely love that. I think it's gorgeous.
Lets the light in.
Lets the light in.
Keeps other things out.
Bugs.
Bugs.
We got a little bug net up here.
Yes.
Don't worry about that.
The interior lights are LEDs, and then a lot of people always ask us, because we failed to talk about this, this car does have HomeLink already installed or built into our rear view mirror.
Woohoo. I don't have a garage, so it's too bad for me. If you're curious, obviously we got cup holders. Obviously we have our center console about the depth of my hand. And I just moved my seat all the way back. That way we can go, oh, maybe I didn't, and show the back seat and show the room in the back seat. Hopefully our lights will turn on too. I'm like waving, trying to get them to turn back on.
Also, I will say, if you're someone who is afraid of a colored leather interior, the amount of black that is still in here that just kind of breaks up that beautiful bright red definitely helps. So this is I think someone who's adjusting to a different color interior, this helps a lot.
Oh, for sure. Especially because this is more of the areas that are more prone to
being kicked.
Being dirty. Yeah. So it's nice that that is still easy to clean. Like a lot of people are very familiar with cleaning black surfaces, sometimes red, although there's not a difference with it being the synthetic quilted leather between, you know, black synthetic quilted leather. It can give people a bit more peace of mind. This is my seat, fully not reclined, but brought back, maximizing the legroom in the front, minimizing the legroom in the rear. I still have tons of space. I do drive a Sportage, a gasoline Sportage on the daily. I have had people over 6 foot in the back seat. I didn't put them in the middle because I'm not cruel, but they have been in the passenger seat, and then also back here. You do get hooks, you get leather pockets, and at the headrest, this doubles as a hook as well. You also have rear vents, which is excellent. And right next to those rear vents is you have 2 USB-Cs for charging, which is pretty sweet.
There it is.
Yeah. And this middle seat, it is nice and wide. It's almost the same width as the actual seats here. So no one's going to be fighting for space. Also, they're heated.
Yep.
How great is that? The middle is not, but the 2 main seats are. And here's your armrest and your cup holders.
Ooh la la.
Ooh la la.
All right, price point. So let's touch on it. Right now, you can see The base price of this vehicle is $49,295 Canadian. That's before taxes and fees. You can see there is excise tax, color charge, and freight as well. Plus, there will also be provincial taxes depending on where you live here in Canada. Like I mentioned earlier, this car does qualify for the $5,000 federal rebate. And again, if you are in one of our provinces that do have provincial rebates, you'll also get that. All right, let's see.
I saw someone asking if you can, Angel's asking, can you recline the rear seats? And yes, you can.
Yes.
They are a little bit more straight than they normally would because this is a new vehicle with no one being in the back seat. But yes, they do recline.
The middle person freezes, haha.
Yeah.
Actually, well, they get the vents right on them.
They do get the vents right on them.
So, a different kind of heating, right? Oh, why does it always do that? Okay.
Ooh, that's a jump scare.
I will ask, if you guys are on right now, it shows that we have 149 people on and only 53 likes.
Please like this video.
Yeah, the ratio isn't ratioing.
Yeah.
It's not very...
The math ain't mathing.
The math is not mathing.
And we're proficients of girl math.
Yes.
So.
So if you guys are on right now and you learned something, or even if you didn't learn something, please consider liking this video. It'll make us very happy.
Yes.
The correct phrase is seats of color and not colored seats. Oh.
I didn't hear that.
I said the colored seats wrong.
Oh.
Seats of color wrong. Gabi in the trunk to show trunk space. Maybe, if we get more likes. Sadly, in the US, the back seats aren't heated, but I love my Sportage PHEV. So, depending on what state you're in, it may not even be necessary if you're somewhere hot, like Florida. I don't know if you guys would utilize that, but...
I don't think they have that. That's usually is not in the US.
Well, yeah, they were just saying.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But I understand some states would actually benefit a lot from heated rear seats, but I don't know. Kia USA, why no heated rear seats? Let's see. The car will automatically turn off after 2 hours if it's like the Nero. If you plug the driver's seat, I'm not sure what you're saying.
I like this one. Can you imagine living in Canada? Freezing cold, $1.5 million homes, and it takes 2 years to get a car. It is rough.
It's, yeah.
And we're making the best of it.
That's life.
That made me laugh.
On shipping mode, can it float on water like a boat? We haven't tried it yet, but let us know. If we get enough likes, we'll do that in tomorrow's video. I hope the owner of this car is not watching this.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm not sure what's going on.
A couple people are double checking the range with the full charge, and it's 55 kilometers of pure electric range. Now, with that in conjunction with the gasoline engine is your gasometer, is what I call it, your estimated range. That's going to vary depending on how you drive the vehicle. So that is different for every person. And in my personal Sportage, I found that it generally performs stronger than the projected fuel efficiency.
Yes. I did see a question asking, oh, I lost it now.
There's a lot of questions. It's really good. Awesome.
There is a lot. Oh my gosh. Do you need to have the key on you to open the charge and gas doors? So for the gas door, you will need to press the button that is inside the vehicle to unlock the door or to open the door. To open the charge door, the car just has to be unlocked. So if you're getting out of your car, you just got home from work, keep your car unlocked just to press it open, and then you'll plug in your charger, lock your car, and it will start to charge. So when your car's locked, nobody can unplug your car. There's some funny questions
some funny
too.
Ones.
They're questions, so I want to answer them, but I don't know if I should. Let's see.
If someone opens the door to get out without having the dial in park, will it automatically switch to park?
If your car is at a complete stop and the auto hold's engaged, so the e-brake is on, yes, it will put itself into park.
There you go.
What the heck? Okay, definitely some weird comments, guys. Please remember that.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Respectfully, please don't.
Respectfully do not.
Oh, here's a good one. What type of windshield damage is repairable as opposed to needed to be replacement for the Sportage PHEV? So it's going to be similar to most windshields. If it's a little chip, it's generally smaller than the I guess a dime. It's usually what I go off of. Then that can be repaired. If it's something bigger than that, or if it's spindling out, fractaling out, then you're gonna have to look at a replacement, unfortunately. Womp womp.
DJ Apocalypse asked, does the Sportage come in blue shades? So as of right now, we only have one blue color available on the Sportage. It's called Vesta Blue. It's very much like a, I wouldn't say navy, but it's not a very bright blue, and it's a lot of metallic sparkle in there, so in the sunlight you see a lot of other shades. Unfortunately, you can't get the blue exterior with red interior though, so it'd have to be black synthetic leather.
Just grabbing the key.
When your remote start, can you enter and drive away, or do you have to restart the car? I'm so glad you asked this, because some manufacturers do this so bad and you do have to restart the car, and it's the worst thing ever. Kia allows you to hop in the car, hit the brake, and then you're good to go.
Go.
You can just leave, fly, you can go. Which is great. I also saw Cliff just came on. He said, still loving our PHEV Sportage. Thanks, Gabi. No problem. Cliff, I'm glad you're loving it. I'm so glad we could get you a car, even though it wasn't what you initially ordered. So they got a Sorento, or they ordered a Sorento.
Oh.
They took forever to come in, and we ended up getting them a Sportage instead.
That's good.
A little bit more fuel efficient.
I'll just show the key really quick. As Gabi was mentioning, this vehicle, it does have remote start. Then it also has remote smart park features. So if you want to move it forward or move it backwards, if you're in a tight spot, you can actually do that with the key fob.
Luis said, hola amigas, I think it would be a nice idea if you guys organize a live Christmas dinner for the 24th of December. What are your thoughts, Charlotte?
Christmas dinner?
I don't know if I want you guys to see us eat. a little weird. Just kidding, maybe. Is this the only PHEV model? So here in Canada, we have 2 trim levels of the PHEV Sportage. However, just PHEVs in general, we got it in the Kia Niro, we got it in the Sportage, and we also got it in the Kia Sorento. So we got a couple PHEVs.
Marky Ford is asking Sportage versus Santa Cruz. Which do you recommend?
I think the Sportage is definitely more practical, but if you have a lifestyle that the Santa Cruz is helpful
That's
for.
exactly what I was going to say. Is they're kind of different lifestyle vehicles.
But yeah, if you are someone who's very outdoorsy, constantly getting their car dirty, getting their boots dirty, the Santa Cruz offers really great features like that completely waterproof rear bed, and also a little kind of storage canister that is watertight with a drain plug. Something that you can't really do with an enclosed vehicle like an SUV like this.
I'd say this is probably more universal though.
Yes.
It probably
You could totally take this thing camping too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You might just feel a little bit bad about getting it dirty.
Especially with it being white.
Yeah. Let's see. Mukbang in the car, great video. Oh,
not this car.
Yeah, no, not this one. Angel said, thank you for answering these questions. You guys are greatly appreciated.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
You guys are greatly appreciated. And then Cool Dude said, Santa Cruz for the Tim Hortons drive-thru. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
It's a little elevated. You can get really close to the window. None of that awkward like reaching for your food. So it's practical. Where are we at for time?
We're at 32 minutes, I believe.
Oh boy.
So we should probably wrap it up.
I'll answer this last question just because it involves my baby girl. So Luis asked, who's the dog owner we saw yesterday? And that is my dog. Her name's Xena, or Scooby-Doo. She's awesome.
Yeah. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, it was a lot of fun. It was a little chaotic.
There was a lot of things in there.
A lot of things going on.
Basically, all the Brantford Kia Studio girls were in that video.
Yes.
Well, thank you again for watching. Please stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We'll have our first fully dedicated Hyundai live video of the week.
This week.
And then on Friday, we'll have another special treat about an in-stock vehicle that we have that has a really, really long wait time. So more on that when that happens.
Soon.
It's very
Yeehaw.
soon. Have a good rest of your day, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.